Hello, beautiful people. It's Wednesday, so it's Wednesday, Debbie. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I'm doing great. I'm doing superb. Yeah, I'm doing great. Um, just want to first of all, as always, appreciate you guys for viewing my videos, sharing them, commenting, liking, yeah, and just showing love. Yeah. So today, first of all, I want to talk about a mental health challenge that a friend of mine told me about. In this mental health challenge, it's about push-ups. For example, this person was nominated by a friend of his, and the challenge is about like doing 25 push-ups for 25 days so that we can be able to like raise awareness for PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety and depression, which like drives people to commit suicide. And so like this person, you who starts the challenge, nominates another person per day, per day, per day, per day, per day. So like when I do a challenge today, if I do 25 push-ups today, I record it, then tag a person who I want to continue the challenge. And you see, it like kind of goes a long way, like because this person who you've nominated does the challenge the next day, then nominates another person, and like you just keep on nominating people for 25 days as you do 25 push-ups. Yes, so ladies, I know push-ups, most of us first of all, me love skipping rope, and this friend of mine told me skipping rope is a lazy workout. Anyway, I didn't feel hurt, though me usually make an effort. Anyway, my point is, y'all should try this mini challenge. Ladies, you can do 25 sit-ups. Yeah, my challenge for the ladies is to do 25 sit-ups for 25 days and tag a person per day, so that we can be able to like spread this mental health awareness thing where like, yo, I got you, I'm here for you. Yeah, and so that people don't feel alone and feel forgotten and stuff. Yeah, we good? Yeah. Okay, so for today's topic, I'll be kind of breaking down I'll be breaking down like movies and films that kind of talk about bipolar, like kind of express what bipolar is all about, and how people, most of them, how people overcome it, and how it actually seems in like, okay, without like reading about them, the symptoms, if you haven't read about them or you haven't studied about them, you'll actually kind of understand like how it is, how it works, how a person with bipolar looks like, you see. So movie number one, it's The Ghost on the Whale. It's about this guy whose wife is lost overboard when they're sailing, and it's more of a mystery, like how the wife died. And this, like, the mystery makes like it kind of divides the town that he's living in, because some people believe his story, some people don't. But then this guy, this like this event kind of like explains more about his situation as a person who's experiencing bipolars, because he has like an untreated bipolar, which leads to mania, melancholia, and discussions with a gray whale. It's kind of a sad, not a sad to be precise, it's kind of an inspiring kind of movie. Yeah, because you see, like, there's a reporter who gets interested in the story about this guy and his wife and how he got lost at sea and stuff. yeah, it kind of explains and illustrates like how a person with bipolar would react to certain things, and how the manic stage is and how the depression stage is. Yeah. So the next one will be Touched with Fire. It's about two people who like have bipolar each, and they meet in a psychiatry hospital and fall in love. You see, like in this case, the girl, she experiences she experiences more of manic, and the guy is has bipolar and also is autistic. So the girl checks herself in when she's experiencing manic stage. You see, no, is it manic? I think depression. I'm not sure which one, but she was at a stage where she felt like she needed to be confined, so she confined herself. Then in the morning, when the stage was over, she's like, I don't want to be here anymore. But then she's forced to stay there because she like confined herself there. Yeah. The next one, yeah. So like in that one, like she's confined to that place, and she experiences the highs and lows with this guy, and the and lows, the beautiful highs. Yeah, it's written the beautiful highs and the tormented lows. You see, because you'll find like there was a time where she's experiencing highs and he's experiencing lows, and they can't balance it out yet. Yes. And then the next one will be Infinitely Polar Bear. You see, like this one, I think it's one of my favorites because it has Mark Ruffalo and Zoe Saldana. Mark Ruffalo is what's his name, this big guy, how can I have forgotten? Oh, the Hulk. Yes, the Hulk. And then Zoe Saldana is Colombiana. Which one else? Like, she's acted in many amazing movies. Anyway, to this one, Zoe Saldana marries Mark Ruffalo. That's not their real names in this one, but they're a race couple. Like, Zoe Saldana is black and Mark Ruffalo is white. So yeah, they get kids together, but then Mark Ruffalo is the one who has bipolar, and he's not been home a lot, so the kids are not used to him. But then Saldana has to go to New York to study because she got a scholarship, and she's the one who's supporting the family most because of the highs and lows that Mark Ruffalo experiences. And then so Mark Ruffalo has to take care of the kids, but then he becomes not like one of the best parents, because you see he experiences these different stages of moods, like the manic and the depression. So yeah, he works on how to balance the two, the bipolar stage and the nini and the parenting skills. Yeah. Another one is Silver Lining Playbook. I love that one. I watched it on Mnet the first time. Yeah, so it's a romantic drama comedy which has another pair of, like, one of my favorite actors and actresses, Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. So in this case, we have Bradley Cooper. He experiences bipolar, and so he comes back home to his parents' place, his hometown, and he meets Jennifer Lawrence, a widow who's grieving, and depression leads to her having a sex addiction. So they come together so that they can win a dance competition, and the main plotline concerns who's Pat's effort to win back his ex-wife by agreeing to enter a dance competition. So the dance competition makes them like win and like kind of balance each other out and just kind of understand each other. And his father, played by Robert De Niro, Ray. Yes, Robert De Niro has an obsessive compulsive tendency, OCD, and a gambling problem that drives a lot of the action. You see, so this film actually kind of carries like a bit of diverse mental health issues like bipolar, which is experienced by Bradley Cooper, depression and addiction, which is played by Jennifer Lawrence, and then Robert De Niro has OCD. So you see, it's kind of a mixed kind of thing. Yeah, I list down, by the way, I list down the movies on my description so that you guys can go like check them out. The Informant, which is played by Matt Damon. I've not watched most of his films, but he's a great actor. Yeah, he is. So The Informant is about like a real life cooperator, the whistleblower Mark, who's Matt Damon. Mark was involved in a price fixing scheme at the agribusiness giant, and he agreed to tape his colleagues for the FBI as part of his own grandiose scheme to win promotion. The stress of his undercover deal worsens because of his untreated or unknown bipolar disorder, which is later diagnosed and treated. Because you see, like during this time when he's trying to like uncover this whole secret that is in the company that he used to work for, he kind of like how should I say this? He kind of unravels his feelings. So when he's at his manic stages, when he's doing the most of it, and then he no longer can work with the FBI because he's experiencing his lows. Yeah, so the another one would be Mad Love. You see, in Mad Love, somewhat sensationalized depiction of the highs and lows of bipolar, with Drew playing a high school student who has been hospitalized. Her boyfriend helps her escape and tries to cope with her increasingly intense emotions and actions as they head towards Mexico. In the end, they return to Seattle. I don't know, where she is readmitted to the psychiatric hospital and ultimately gets better. So you see, like this one, we have this girl Drew who's been diagnosed with bipolar, but she doesn't want to be confined to one place. So like she gets together with this guy called Chris, and they date, and like the parents are like, no, you guys shouldn't be together because you know this girl is experiencing bipolar, and the parents to the guy are like, you know, my son, you should not do this and this, you see. But then they decide like, yo, we're not going to be confined by this place, so they run away together to Mexico. But then as they go, the bipolar, her highs, you know, because she's usually from what I've when I watched it, she was usually at her high levels, you see. So eventually they go back home and the girl is treated. The next one would be Modern Love. It's a nice Modern Love. I kind of like it because it's a series that is combined with different, like how Modern Love is, and it just kind of it brings out, each episode brings out a different story that has been inspired by a news column known as Modern Love. So the romantic comedy series is all about how people see love and how the modern love is described these days, you see. So one of my favorite episodes was episode 3. Episode 3, yeah, it was about Anne Hathaway, and I kind of like the way she played out how the highs and lows are, in that she would be so excited and go to work, and she would get fired at different jobs because she would miss out on some days because she'd be experiencing her lows, she'd be depressed. So like, but then when she would experience her highs, she would be going to work, doing everything that she's required to do, and then she goes back home, has fun, dances in the house, you see. But then it reaches a certain point where she meets a guy, because she's lost so many relationships because of her bipolar and her highs and her lows. And so like when she meets this guy, she's at her highs, and then she's like, yo, we should meet tomorrow and Nini, and the guy's like, yeah, sure. She gives the guy her address, and then they meet. So when they meet, she is she no, they don't, oh, sorry guys, they don't meet actually. When the guy knocks on the door, she starts experiencing her lows, and she starts crying, and she's trying to resist her lows because she really wants this guy, because you see, like, this guy is really cute, and she's just everything that she wants, you see. But eventually she experiences her lows, and she has to like let this guy go, and the guy walks away, not knowing the reason why he couldn't meet with the girl. Yeah, and she meets with the boss, and I gay have summarized the whole movie. Guys, go watch Modern Love. Another one would be another one would be All the Bright Places. It's about this guy and this girl. It's two teens who are facing personal struggles, and form a powerful bond as they embark on a journey with what? As they go to like see the wonders of Indiana. So like you see this one, I kind of liked it because it didn't actually tell us that the boy had bipolar, but he would say he goes to these dark places, and then he likes it when he's awake. When he's awake, like when he's experiencing the highs, he likes it when he's awake. But then he doesn't like going to the dark places, which is like him being in depression. So like he meets this girl who's experiencing depression, but who's experiencing depression, and he tries to help her out, but then in actual sense he's struggling and doesn't want to talk about it. But eventually, you know, I'm not going to spoil for you guys, so please guys, go check out the films that I've told you about. And if you have any more that you like to talk about, I would really appreciate that. You would like, if you like them, comment. If you don't like them, also comment. Just try to like watch them so that you can be able to understand how people of bipolar work, and also how to help them out, because most of them ones that I've explained, you know, they get a happy ending. Yeah. So thank you guys, god bless you, see ya.